Like it, Blue Jays plus 116. You can take that on the board. And shout out to everybody that's locked in on MLB on Wednesdays. Let's do another fun future here, a line look ahead. Which team will draft Shedeur Sanders? We talked about that a little bit earlier, Sal. But who do you like on the board to end up taking Shedeur?
Well, I don't think it's worth taking what did we say the Saints were plus 120, 130? I think Shedeur could be a type of guy that falls and falls and falls, But not that I'm following my own advice here because I'm taking the Giants at plus 330. I don't know. I just don't know. I think, just because he gets his number retired in Boulder doesn't mean the NFL has to be in love with him. It might be worth it to take the Raiders at 20-1, whoever knows with them. But I'm going to take the Giants plus 330. They may be pot committed. They sent every personnel member who's ever worked on the team to stare at him multiple times just in the last week. Joe Shane, the GM's got to make a splash here. By the way, is make a splash a good thing? Making a splash is usually a bad, right? You don't want to make a splash in someone. You get yelled at in the pool, but in the public pool. But anyway, Joe Shane, Giants plus 330.
I think there's going to be a lot of public shaming at the public pool with this Giants crew. And Joe Shane and Brian Daboll are probably trying to make a decision for their future, but that does not mean the Mara family, who owns the team, is making a decision for their future. So I think Shedeur Sanders is definitely in play, and it feels like an ownership decision. So I like that at plus 330. I'm going to go with the Browns. Like you said, I think Shedeur is going to fall. And I think as he's falling, the Browns will look at their assets and say, we got Travis Hunter at 2. Maybe we can trade back into the middle of the first round. I know McShay was talking about this as well. So I think the Browns end up going back, trading back into the first round, taking Shedeur Sanders, putting those two guys together, and maybe the whole Browns front office goes to the jersey retirement ceremony. We have a nice little moment.
Oh, that would
be
great.
great. Yeah,
I could
Cleveland,
see,
Colorado, that'd be nice.
The Haslams talking to Dion, be like, hey, we have absolutely no money. Do you mind if your son plays for free for us for the first 4 years? We'll figure it out.
We'll come to the
road.
ceremony, and we'll have some fun. So that would be good. I like those two options, but again, like you said, Sal, there's probably something where something boring happens, and we all go, of course that happens. So